Alright guys, this is a picture of the Raj. Now the Raj is the name for the English Empire in India. And if you look here, you'll notice some things. First off, the Indian people are wearing British-style uniforms. Okay? They're carrying guns, like the British style. And in many ways, this looks European. But then you notice this guy in the middle. And he's an Englishman. And you notice that his status seems to be much higher than the Indian people. And this was a very big problem. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this, English imperialism, and we're gonna use India as an example because there's so much information about it. Okay, so let's look at some characteristics of the English Empire in India. Okay, so number one. Number one. Commercial exploitation. So, the English, especially at the beginning of the empire, they saw India as a source of wood, spices, fuel, money. So, the English treated India as a way to make profit. Okay, this is definitely true. And the profits, so the Indian economy, when it made profit, that profit mostly went to England. So this is not very fair. Okay, and this is the first problem. The second problem was racism. You can see it in the picture I showed you. Okay? Powerful race, weak race. High, low. And this happened all over the place. A good example of this, England was mostly a democracy. And they made a democracy in India as well. However, the democracy of India could only have European people. If you were an Indian in India, you could not become part of Congress. Okay? Business was similar. The managers and owners of businesses, of important businesses, were Europeans. Indians couldn't use power. Power was for Europeans, especially it was for English people. Okay, so this is problem number two. Problem number three. Religious disrespect. Okay? The English thought that Indian religions were primitive and superstitious. They're, mige. Okay? And England, especially in the 19th century, they wanted Indians to be scientific. Okay? They thought that Indian religions were mishin, and they were myth, and they were silly, and that Indians should be scientific. So, because of this, they ignored Hindu and Muslim religious traditions. This caused a lot of problems. It actually caused a war in 1857. So this was a big, big problem. Now, it's strange to call this a problem, but this was a problem. The English expanded education in India. They expanded education a lot. And they allowed all Indians to get education. Before the English Empire, only Indians in the high classes could get education. So the Brahmin class, which was the class of priests, they could have education, and the warrior class could have education a little bit. Nobody else could have education. The English changed this. The English made education for all Indian people, even the untouchables, the Dalit, the 가장 낮은 계급 사람들. Okay? So, this was a problem because the low-class people got education. They became journalists, academics, and scientists. And they started to think like English people. So, these people study English education, they study John Locke, they study Isaac Newton, and they expect equality, and they expect human rights, and they expect progress. However, the English educated Indian people and then didn't give them opportunities. English racism blocked these people from becoming powerful. So these educated people who deserved power, who wanted power, couldn't have it. So, this is a good thing, it's also a bad thing. Okay? Another problem in the English Empire, English imperialism, was World War I. During World War I, the Indians, including Gandhi, fought bravely for the English. They supported the English Empire. However, even after they fought bravely, they did not receive equal power. They didn't even receive power in India. So this caused a lot of anger. Okay? Now, here is probably the most complicated part, and the one I want you to think about the most. The English were racist against Indian people. However, they didn't believe in the caste system, 계급 제도. So, the English wanted all Indians to be equal to all other Indians. They wanted the Brahmin, the high-class people, to be equal to the low-class people, the Dalit, the untouchables, the 가장 낮은 계급. Okay? And many Indians, traditional Indians, wanted to keep Indian racism. They wanted to keep the low-class people as slaves, basically. And the English were challenging Indian-style racism. The English were like, no. English-style racism is good. Indian racism is bad. And the Indians were like, no. Indian-style racism is good. English-style racism is bad. This becomes very complicated. When we ask the question, was the English Empire good or bad? I don't know. Because we have so many problems like this. Is Indian racism better than English racism? I don't know. Is it better to have education and inequality, or have no education and more equality? I don't know. How good is scientific feeling? How good is scientific thinking? I don't know. Okay? And I'm bringing this up because I want to, this is going to be your homework, guys. I want to introduce two people to you. Okay? This is Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, and this is Bhimrao Ambedkar. Okay? We'll start with Gandhi. Okay. Gandhi was a traditional Hindu. And he believed that Indian people deserved equal power to the English. He thought that India should be independent. He wanted Indian traditions to come back. He wanted Hinduism and Islam to be restored. And he thought that imperialism was so bad that he was willing to die to stop it. And actually, he hated imperialism so much that in World War II, he supported Hitler against the English. It's not because he liked Hitler. He didn't like Hitler. He supported Hitler because Hitler was fighting the English. And he thought, if the English lose, India can be free. Now, here's another thing that Gandhi thought was very important. He wanted India to be united. He wanted all Indian people to be in one group. Tomya, one family, one group. But this is a problem, because Gandhi's most powerful enemy, his most powerful opponent, was this guy. This guy's name is Bhimrao Ambedkar. That's a hard name, you don't have to memorize it, don't worry. Okay? Bhimrao Ambedkar was born into that very low caste. He was 가장 낮은 계급에서 태어난 사람. And according to traditional Indian religion, traditional Indian society, he should be a slave. Man, that's hard. That sucks. Okay, but I said before that the English gave Indians education regardless of caste. They wanted English-style racism, not Indian-style racism. Okay, and English-style racism said that Ambedkar was equal to Gandhi. So Ambedkar liked this. Ambedkar took advantage of this. Ambedkar, even though he was a low-class person, the lowest class people, became very educated. He became a doctor. He got Baksa. Okay? Became a very educated person. And he fought Gandhi. For most of his life, he fought Gandhi. And the reason he fought Gandhi, there are many reasons, but one of the reasons he fought Gandhi is Gandhi wanted unified, free India. And the strongest people in unified, free India would be Hindus. Ambedkar and the low caste people, the low Gagab people, don't trust the Hindus. The Hindus want him to be a slave. So, Gandhi wanted to get rid of the English. He wanted a united India. He wanted a free India. Ambedkar fought Gandhi. He said, no. The English are getting rid of the caste system. Gagab Jigam. The English are not my enemy. The Indians are my enemy. So, who's right? Is Ambedkar right? Or is Gandhi right? Ambedkar or Gandhi? I don't know. Okay? And that's another question. This is a question that is bigger. Do you think English imperialism did more good or more bad? Do you think, like Ambedkar, that the good outweighs the bad? Or do you think, like Gandhi, that the bad outweighs the good? Okay? This is your homework for next week. I would like you to answer this question. You can do more research if you want. I encourage you to do more research. Both of these guys are really interesting. Both of them are very smart guys. Both of them are very interesting guys. Okay? But I want you to answer this question. Who was correct? Gandhi or Ambedkar? Gandhi. Freedom and tradition. Ambedkar. Empire and equality. Okay? Your choice. I look forward to reading you guys' essays. Alright guys, stay safe. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.